She's a former server gearing up for her big wedding day on Vanderpump Rules, but will the ceremony go off without a hitch, or will there be shenanigans afoot?
It's Scheana Shay.
Hey.
Okay, we are so excited to have you here and just to be able to chat with you. And we finally get to see your big day. And you actually said that you really, really wanted it to be drama-free, a drama-free wedding. How would you say you were successful in that? Were you successful with that?
The actual wedding, I didn't experience any drama. So it was very interesting to watch back and see everything else that was happening on that trip, because for me, it was just blissful.
We're all going to see it this week.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
It's crazy. Well, you know, last week we saw that you and Katie had some beef because Katie still went to Mexico despite not being invited to the wedding. Now, some fans are saying she paid for her room, she had the right to be there. How would you respond now?
I mean, I did offer to buy the room from her, but then that didn't work. And honestly, looking back now, I wish we just had a civilized conversation way back then, because I don't think it would have escalated to the point that it had.
Yeah.
But I was just so deep in Team Raquel that it was just, there was no seeing anything else at the time for me.
Okay, because for those that don't know, your feud with Katie actually started because you were trying to get Schwartz and Raquel to hook up. Like you just said right now, in hindsight, do you regret trying to set them up?
100%.
Yeah.
I wish I never got involved. I put a lot of weight on a drunk conversation Katie had with me in Vegas, where she said that she felt that they would be a good match and made some comments. I took that back to Raquel. She did with it what she wanted to, but I never should have gotten involved. I never should have meddled. I should have just not done any of that.
But that's why we love you, because you didn't get involved.
I'm unintentionally messy, always.
Well, we have to talk some mess right now. Sandoval.
Oh, my God.
Schwartz defended Sandoval on Watch What Happens Live. Take a look at this.
Tom, I know the whole world hates you, but I'm not going to abandon you, old buddy. I'm not going to abandon you. He knows he's a monster for what he did. And if you see him, maybe give him a hug. Even if he doesn't deserve it, give him a hug. He's down bad.
I have two questions for you. One, do you think it was smart for him to defend Sandoval?
I don't think it was smart for him to agree to do Watch What Happens Live.
Same.
That guy has, like, no media training. It's like, dude, stop talking.
Same.
Stop
I
talking.
thought the same thing, too. And the second thing I want to ask you is, what did Ariana think about him saying that?
Our group chat was going off that night.
Really?
Me, Katie, Ariana, and Lala. It was...
What were they saying?
I mean, it's the most cringe thing we've ever seen on Watch What Happens Live. There was just nothing good came out of that. And no one wants to hug Sandoval right now, other than maybe Schwartz.
And Raquel.
Well, speaking
Rachel.
of Raquel, she actually had a restraining order against you and has even accused you of punching her in the face, which you've denied. What do you think her end game is? Why do you think she's saying this? Why do you think she went as far as to get the restraining order?
I think initially she was trying to get out of filming the reunion. I think she also was listening to her crisis PR and trying to paint this victim mentality and deflect from the affair, and it didn't work.
If you could have, because you guys filmed the reunion separately, if you could have said something to her at the reunion, what would have been?
I honestly have no words for her. Everything that I would have wanted to say, I directed at Andy, and I know she was watching from a trailer, so I have nothing left to say to her.
My question is, because I get nervous about this. A lot of times on reality shows, when something like this happens, people refuse to film or be on a show with people like Tom and Raquel. Would you ever walk away if they were on the show next season, or do you think any of the other cast members would walk away?
I don't think any of us are walking away, but it's going to be very hard to convince any of us to be in the same room. I'll say that.
Wow. You had to film it separately, like he just said. How did you feel about that? Filming, did you not mind?
Honestly, I was okay with it, because the conversation I wanted to have with her was immediately after New York, when cameras picked back up, I had everything I wanted to say, and then she threw the TRO on me. And then after that, when it came time for the reunion, I was like, you know what? I have nothing left to say to you. So I was actually happy with how it worked out, because I got to remove myself from a very toxic environment facing her, be in a trailer with my husband, with Allie, and I got to just sit back and watch it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, speaking of watching, we're going to be watching the MTV TV and Movie Awards. And you guys are nominated. The girls from
huge.
Vanderpump, the best team, reality team.
Yeah.
How does it feel to, like, you know, be nominated and people to love you guys enough to get in there and vote and get you guys in there?
It's a dream come true, honestly. It's so exciting, because watching this season, you know, we weren't necessarily all the best team, but now we have all come together, and I think everyone can see, like, Katie, Ariana, and I just DJ'd at Emo Night together, and we've all literally come together. So please vote for us, best team.
Speaking of you guys having your moment, Ariana is supposed to be doing Dancing with the Stars. Is that correct?
I don't think anything is official yet, but we are definitely manifesting that. So I think there's some talks going on, but I don't think anything is official just yet. I said I will be front row every week supporting you, and I think she could win it.
You really do?
You really think she can win it?
Good dancer, y'all.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love
And
that.
maybe she might meet
She
a
said she could
man.
win the whole thing.
Maybe she might meet a man on the dance floor.
You never know.
Are her DMs popping?
Probably, but she's not on Instagram at all. Her friend is running her account right now. That was the best thing for her mental health. So she got back on Instagram, but she is not on it for now.
Scheana, we love you here.
I
and
love
you guys,
you.
Vanderpump Rules airs Wednesdays on Bravo.